Sides in the Sean Diddy Combs case have until today to give answers for how the music mogul has been communicating from jail.
Because my next guest just testified before a federal grand jury. He says he was in possession of a trove of digital evidence from Diddy's freak-offs and parties.
We made a bail appeal to Judge Carter. It did not go our way.
Things just spiraled way deeper for Diddy, and the drama is boiling over. In a wild twist nobody saw coming, his own defense attorney has walked away mid-battle. That's right, the same guy defending him for months suddenly bailed, reportedly losing trust in both the case and Diddy himself.
Why is that not a fair outcome?
What he did here is on a magnitude of unlike anybody else you could imagine.
And listen, it only gets wilder. Back on October 23rd, the internet practically exploded when an audio recording leaked from jail. In it, a voice that sounds like Diddy's can be heard telling his son to toss out every single pizza box.
Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Okay.
But here's the kicker, that advice clearly backfired. Evidence is spilling everywhere now. New testimonies are rolling in, and more people are speaking out about their own experiences with the mogul. To make it even messier, the accuser's lawyer is acting fearless, saying flat out that Diddy's chances of avoiding serious time are basically zero.
But I have all the confidence in the world and the federal court in the state of New York that they will remain keeping Diddy under no bond and that all of the victims in this case will be able to proceed.
So what exactly made these lawyers this bold? And why did Diddy's own rep dip out before the trial even began? Let's break it all down because the pile of leaks is growing non-stop. The prosecutor himself explained what pushed the indictment forward and what investigators dug up during that big raid on Diddy's home.
During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large-capacity drum magazine. They also seized evidence of the freak-offs. Electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs, more than 1,000 bottles altogether.
And now, brand new claims are surfacing, some tying Diddy to unsettling tragedies in the music world. Maybe that's why his lawyer decided enough was enough. With this avalanche of accusations, even the sharpest legal experts might see no safe escape route. It all caught fire when a fresh witness, Courtney Burgess, stepped forward. Burgess, once close to Kim Porter, dropped a shocking claim. He says he was handed flash drives with bombshell evidence. On those drives, what he says is Kim's finished tell-all book, all 54 pages of it. According to him, the first line was chilling. Kim had written that if anything happened to her, the world needed to see the truth.
Mr. Burgess is delivering that truth. Mr. Burgess actually told me that he believed that the purpose of that gag order letter that was written by Mark Agnifilo on November 3rd was because Diddy knew that it was Courtney who was bringing this information.
Over the last few months, shocking rumors have been making waves about the hidden notes left behind by reporter Kim. If these details had surfaced back when she passed in November 2018, the world might have seen a terrifying picture of what Diddy was allegedly doing for years. One of the most jaw-dropping claims in her draft says he once smashed a chair across her body, leaving her so badly injured she had to be rushed to the hospital. Kim even feared she wouldn't survive that night. But what makes it worse? She wrote that Diddy allegedly slipped cash to every staff member at the hospital to keep the story buried. And it didn't stop there. During one luxury yacht outing, Kim revealed she was beaten so badly her nose was broken, forcing an emergency flight to the closest clinic. Beyond the violence, she described living under constant surveillance, her home bugged, her calls tapped, and strangers watching her every move at Diddy's command.
And then sometimes when Kim lived on 70th something street, and I would go upstairs with Diddy, you could hear the shit in the hallway. And I would just shake my head when he come out or whatever, and Kim would be in the house. And it's always about where she was at or who she was dealing with.
Things escalated when Diddy fought for complete custody of their children. Feeling trapped, Kim reportedly warned she would go public, threatening to reveal his darkest and most disturbing habits. Her draft exposed twisted accounts of manipulation, forcing her into humiliating situations and leaving her completely drained emotionally. Years later, we saw something similar when Cassie filed her lawsuit, showing how long these patterns of abuse allegedly stretched. But the most spine-chilling revelation from Kim was a hint that Diddy might have played a role in the deaths of both Tupac Shakur and Biggie Smalls. She suggested he had orchestrated events behind the scenes to keep a grip on their legacies. This claim gained traction when ex-lap detective Greg Kading, who worked on those legendary murder cases, gave an interview. He described the chaos of the 90s hip-hop world, pulling no punches about the betrayals and dirty deals that fueled the violence. Kading even claimed that Diddy could have been the one who ordered the hit on Tupac.
You're going to need people that said, I was there when a financial transaction took place and it was very clear what that money was for. I was there when the agreement was made. I spoke with Puff about it and he told me that he'd hired these.
And if that wasn't enough, Jaguar Wright added her own shocking input.
Tupac was the threat, which is why they got rid of him first. Biggie was symptomatic of that, because they needed Biggie to die to create the realness around the story of the East Coast West Coast battle.
She insisted that Diddy supposedly had access to chemicals capable of imitating pneumonia or even heart failure. According to her, this could tie him to a number of unexplained deaths across the music industry.
Been poison, they have poisons that create heart attack and pneumonia-like symptoms. And then right after that, Al had a meeting and I was gonna meet up with him because we were in Vegas, and then the next thing you know,